Hey guys, welcome back to Garza's Performance for video 2. This time around, we're actually going to be talking a little bit about goal setting and what that's all about. I was graciously given the opportunity to use Fresno Pacific University's Human Performance Lab here, and we did a little bit of testing and things like that, and we'll go over that here in a little bit. But I wanted to go over the 3 steps that I take to kind of plan what my nutrition is going to be, what my training is going to be, and then we'll go over that with you, but I'm going to give you the basics of this first part. Alrighty, so these are the 3 steps that I take into thinking of what you're going to be doing. So know where you are. That means make sure that you get measurements, and we'll go over what that is, measurements and where you stand. What do you really want? Some people think body change, some people think losing weight, some people think gaining weight, sports performance, we'll go over that. And then the last one, how are you gonna get there? So nutrition and your training. So we'll go over these 3 specifically here in a little bit. Alrighty, so we're here talking about the first step, and is knowing where you are. So making sure that you get measurements is a great thing to do. So making sure that you figure out your body fat composition, making sure you figure out your weight, and then you could also do like body measurements with like a circumference on different area of body parts. The 2 that I did is I did my weight and my body fat percentage, and this was caliper tested, so it wasn't the most accurate, but it's pretty accurate. And then also my height, and then the amount I weigh, and then my age. So those are good things to know, and those are very objective. So they're just kind of there, and but then there's also subjective ones, which is pictures. So you can also do measurements that way, is the way you look. You can take before and after pictures, and that's a great way, and it's a great motivator as well. And then for those that are looking to do a little bit different for sports performance, you can also measure that. Measure some shuttle runs. You can do the 100 or 300 shuttle run. You can also do the 1 mile, or you can do pull-ups, push-ups, bench, squat. You can do a lot of different measurements, but make sure that you get some sort of measurement, because that's going to help you understand what happens next. Alrighty, number 2 is what do you want to do, or why do you want to do it? So a lot of people are looking to change their body type. A lot of people are looking to get more healthy, more active, and those are all good things that you can do. You can do health, you can do it for aesthetics, you can do it for performance, you can do it for weight loss. For me specifically, I'm wanting to change my body fat composition, so I'm wanting it to lower it by 3 to 4%, and then also wanting to lose some weight as well, which will happen to about 10 to 15 pounds. And that's over the week, the course of 12 to 15 weeks. So that's about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds every week, which is about normal. Back to this. This is very difficult for a lot of people to understand of why you're changing your body, or why you're doing what you're doing. And that ultimately comes up to you on what part of this do you want to do. And we'll go over in the last 3rd step of how to do these different things and what that looks like for people. So, alrighty, so the last part, and I think one of the most important parts, is how you're gonna get there, right? The 2 things that you need to focus on is nutrition and your training. And I put nutrition first because, to be honest, nutrition is the most important part. If you're looking to change your body type, if you're looking to lose weight, the nutrition part is going to be one of the biggest things. If you're looking into sports performance, the scale shifts a little bit, because the training part does have a lot to do with you being able to get faster, get stronger. Yet nutrition does play a big part in it. So the nutrition part for most people, if they're wanting to change their body type, it's changing your diet. So the way I like to look at it is choose something that you're going to stick to. So if you're going to go the paleo route, if you're going to go the South Beach diet, if you're going to do the abs diet, if you're going to do any of these types of diets, intermittent fasting, if it fits your macros, any of these things that are in right now, just make sure that you're going to be able to stick with it. Because in the long haul, even if you've already met your goals, it's going to be difficult if you can't keep that up, if you can't sustain it for the long term. Because trust me, if you finish a diet plan and then you hit your mark and you try to go back to eating the way you were, it's not going to work. It's got to be a life change. It can't just be a temporary thing. So make sure that you do something that you're going to stick to. Now the big thing also is, if you're going to lose weight and you want to lose weight, and this is weight, not talking about the health benefits of foods and different things like that, which we'll get a lot more into in a different video, but you have to be in a caloric deficit. Okay, we'll talk about that when I talk about my goals, but you have to be in a caloric deficit. What that means is you have to either burn more calories than you're eating, or eat less calories than you're burning, okay? And we'll talk a little bit about that. Then the training side, there's a couple of different things that you can do for training. There's strength training, powerlifting, there's CrossFit, there's full body training, there's circuit training, bodybuilding type of training. Stick to something that you're going to do, right? You look for something that's going to be fun for you, and then stick to a plan and follow it. I know bodybuilding.com, the Body Space app, I love that app. That's something that you can really use to kind of hone in on something that you can stick to. But also, you can find yourself a personal trainer, a strength coach, someone, or go to a gym that has classes. That's something that you can definitely do to help you with your training. The nutrition part is very important. So what I'm going to do for my goals, and we'll talk a little bit about this. The BMR, you got to find your BMR. My BMR for my body weight and height is 2,300 calories. What this means is your basal metabolic rate. That means this is how many calories you need just to function. Even if you were sitting on the couch all day, that's how many calories you need to function. The 1.5, this is the standard of what you multiply your BMR by for your activity level. So mine is moderate to high activity level because I am working out 5 times a week. But I do have a sedentary job, so I do sit at work most of the day. So 1.5, and that gives me 3,565 calories. That's how many I get for my daily allowance of food I get to eat to keep my current weight, to stay at the 240 pounds. So now, like I said, a caloric deficit, you have to be in a caloric deficit to be able to lose weight. One thing is 3,500 calories equals 1 pound of fat, okay? Equals 1 pound. So if I want to lose 1 pound per week, I have to go 500 calories per day below my daily intake. Because 3,500 calories, 500 calories per day, 7 times 500 is 300, or 3,500, okay? So this is how the math comes out. Now I get 3,065 calories per day that I can consume. And the way that I'm gonna be doing it, people call it clean eating. It just means eating foods that are nutritious, that are close to the ground, lean meats, complex carbs, quinoa, rice, brown rice, different things like that. And then my split, if you're looking at the macronutrients, there's carbs, proteins, and fats, and it's split up into a 40-40-20 split. Okay, so then in different apps that you can have, if you have an app, MyFitnessPal, you can do that, and it'll track it for you as well. Okay, so make sure that you keep that in mind. And then for the training portion, I will be working out 5 times a week for strength and hypertrophy as well, and we'll go over that in a different video. But know that my style is going to be a little bit more of a bodybuilding type of style. The splits are going to be a little bit different. And then 2 to 3 times per week, mixing it with anaerobic and aerobic. So steady state cardio and also high intensity, so HIIT, high intensity interval training. So I'll be doing both of those and see what happens. Hey, thanks for watching. Hopefully these 3 steps made sense. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment below. And go ahead and follow me on Instagram, and you can email me any questions that you have as well, and I'll link those on the bottom as well. And I wanted to give a big thanks to Dr. DeBall here at Fresno Pacific University for allowing me to use his lab and for doing my body fat composition as well. And definitely come back soon because we're going to talk about each one of these things in more depth, and we'll show you what my splits look like in the gym and what I do for cooking prep and different things like that. So we'll see you soon.